Hi, I'm Julia and this isn't my shed. So I've got one of these hydraulic lifting trolleys which a lot of people use for moving their locos around with, and generally I'm quite happy with it, except for what I think is a bit of a design fault. Cleo's not that impressed either. So I'll bring you in a bit closer and show you what I mean. So this is the problem. So the lifting mechanism hangs down quite far, and as you can see, I've got this bit of wood where the lowest point is. There's quite a large distance between the centre line of the casters and the low point. My access to bring my locos in isn't completely level. I'm going up and down small steps and up a ramp and whatever. And basically this low point here keeps catching on things. So what I really need to do is to move the casters further back so they're actually in line with the low point, and then that should mean that we've got the best chance of it not grounding. It's really annoying, so it's something I've been meaning to fix for about 10 years. And as luck would have it, the loco is still in the back of the car, so I've actually got the chance to do it. Okay, so I've put it on its side now so you can see a bit better what I'm talking about. Okay, so you can see now I've moved the caster over. Obviously this end isn't supported at the moment, but what that means is the centre line of the caster is now right in line with this low point. So what I need to do is come up with a piece of metal to support this caster. So what I'm thinking is to use a bit of angle that will go in there and obviously support the bottom of the caster. It will make accessing these nuts and bolts a bit difficult, but I've never had to access those, so I don't think that's important. It's just it'll just be 4 bolts to get the caster off, and I'll probably just weld it to these points. I think it'll probably be strong enough. Okay, so I've found some 1-inch angle which seems to fit in quite nicely. So there's a slight gap here, but I can perhaps do a bit something with that. Sorry, it's a bit dark, but you get the general idea. So I've just cut the brackets to length on the bandsaw. It worked reasonably well cutting them like this. Occasionally the blade jams, but it's not too bad, and it's much quicker than using a hacksaw. Okay, so I've marked the holes as best I can and centre popped them. What I'm going to do is I've got these M8 cap heads, and I'm going to weld those in place, sort of push them through like this, and then weld the cap in place so it's a captive stud. The original bolts had a square head, but I don't want to use that option. So I've drilled some holes 8.5mm. That gives us a bit of wiggle room when we're fitting up, and yeah, carry on. So I've cleaned up all the parts with the finger sander grinder. Very useful bit of kit actually if you do much welding or car repair or fabrication. Really handy bit of kit, definitely recommend. So I've bolted these together while this was actually in position on the platform. So I know these are all going to fit in quite nicely. So I've got it set up now. I'm going to weld these studs in so they're captive, and then I'm going to put it back on the platform and weld it all up. Just using a bit of overspray stuff. looks alright. Okay, so hopefully you can see now that the low point, which is here, is now right in line with the casters. So not normally it would go in that direction, so that is right. I've done some fairly horrible welding. So don't look too closely, but the paint makes it look much better, or kind of. So that'll do, just keep the rust off it, and yeah, I think that will make it a lot less frustrating to use this. Okay, so this is the ramp that I was having problems with. So you can see now that I've got much more clearance under that low spot. So I think that's a really successful modification, I think. Cool. So there we go, there's a close-up so you can see what the clearance is like now. So I'm really pleased with how that's improved. It's made it a lot easier to get it into the house with the loco on it. As you can see, I've got my sweet pea hiding there. So yeah, I think that's a really worthwhile modification actually. Just for the sake of a couple of bits of 1-inch angle iron, it's very good. So I hope you found that interesting or entertaining and thought-provoking. If you could like, share and subscribe, that really helps the channel, it doesn't cost anything. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you in the next one.